day two of documenting the journey of me building up my. I don't know what this series is gonna be called, but we're building this business up and we're documenting the entire process from the ups and the downs. And right, like maybe 30 minutes ago, we just ran a webinar with two of my clients actually. One of them, we flopped her last webinar, right? She made like $4,000, and one of the issues that we ran into like a few issues. One, the website was like crashing because of a bunch of people hopping onto her page and then crashing it. Two, Stripe was holding us crazy. Like she had like 14 transactions that failed, and her offer was at $3,000, and there was afterpay, Klarna, all those buy now pay later options, but Stripe was just declining each and every single one. So with this time around, what we did, we took out the extra step and we just sent them straight to the checkout page. Like before, it was the checkout page that had it was she did the webinar. She'll do the webinar, had a checkout page, and then on the checkout page, it would have the stuff that is actually from the webinar. Hold on, I just watched this YouTube video on lighting, so let's see. We're gonna get into that later, but she had a checkout page that was basically just saying everything that they learned from on the offer, and like realizing it now, it was just an extra step, an extra unnecessary step for no reason. Like people were going there after, like they're live on the call, they know what they're gonna get. Now they're ready to check out. Now they gotta read a bunch of stuff to be able to even check out. And then when they gotta click the checkout button, they go to another page, and then that's where they put their information in. So this time around, what we did is we cleaned up her offer. We cleaned up like the fact that they had to go to an extra step. All we did was send them straight to the checkout page. We changed up the payment processor, so we went from Stripe to Fanbases, and then from there, Fanbases was approving way more transactions, and then we were able to close. Literally, it's 10:36 right now. She ran the webinar from 7 to 8 o'clock, and we closed at this moment. She's closed $11.9 thousand in 1 hour, and we still have people that are trying to use like payment plans, and then we're gonna be sending out her webinar replay over the weekend to everybody who did sign up, so that way they'll be able to sign up and get into her 6-week cohort. And what I realized is like even throughout this whole business of working with other coaches and content creators, it's all about just figuring out the problems and figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and then just fixing that problem. Like when that happened, where we had a bunch of transactions on Stripe that it didn't go through, I was crashing out. I'm not gonna lie, I was in my room. I was like, bro, what the, like I was punching the wall. I couldn't eat, and I like to eat. I couldn't eat. I was just like, bro, how do I tell this client like, yeah, no payments went through. We're gonna have to redo this webinar again. And mind you, she didn't even like doing free webinars. So I was like, how do I break the bad news? But all I did in the moment was just like, okay, let me figure this out. Let me give her solutions rather than just being like, oh yeah, this flopped. Like that's one thing that I'm learning throughout this whole process of just helping other coaches. They're very like lenient. They're not lenient, but like they're very understanding. So if you just talk to them as a person rather than like a know-it-all, it's just like I came up to her. I was like, okay, Stripe failed. The website was flopping, so we're gonna fix it with this, and that, the third. And she was like, okay, we trust you. So that's exactly what I did. We ran her last webinar like last month. That flopped. She made like 4,000. We ran this webinar with a bunch of fixes, a different offer, but better payment processor, straight to the checkout page, and she was able to cash out $11.3 thousand in 1 hour. And we still have the rest of this weekend to play out to make more sales, which we are going to make more sales, because if you're able to make it live, then when we send out the replay for everybody who does want to watch it, we're gonna get a couple of sales going there. So that was one. That is literally what happened a few hours ago, and then we fixed that up. And then we had another creator who she's transitioning from being a service provider. She was a credit repair specialist. Now she's trying to get away from like doing it for people and just teaching people and doing it with them inside her cohort. So I built out her program. I built out her credit repair program. It's called the Credit to Capital Accelerator, and she's basically walking them through over the next 6 weeks to help them repair their credit, give them the tools they need to be able to repair their credit, and then hopping on coach calls with them to be like, hey, what did you do? What are you struggling with? Here's how you could get around that problem. And she was able to run her first webinar tonight. She closed at $997, and she had another person that was trying to get on the payment plan. So she's like, it's crazy to see that helping these coaches in this method, like I'm realizing I can help coaches launch their coaching offer, whether it be a school community and they're charging low ticket and they're trying to make MRR, or they're doing a one-on-one coaching program where they have that hands-on, they're more personal with it and they could charge more higher prices, or they're doing like a group coaching cohort style offer where you could charge anywhere from like 500 to 997, and you're doing it with a group of people. And I feel like I've been able to test all three of those offers actually with one of my creators. We did one on one, and she was charging. We were literally like playing around with the price. She would charge 2,000 for one webinar, and then we ran another webinar again where she was charging 3,000, and that was like our recent one. And then we just ran this cohort offer with her audience, and she's eating with it. And now she's like, I'm ready to go crazy. So it's like helping these coaches launch their coaching offer, whether regardless of what it is, as long as they're able to help other people make money, I can help them launch that coaching offer. So that is what the update is for today. And then I have one of my other clients. She was selling her credit repair specialist or credit repair services, and now she's trying to transition into being a wealth coach and helping women learn how to build wealth, build those businesses, get funding, and basically become a coach instead of just doing the offers for them. So I feel like now I'm getting a grip on, like, even today as I was working, I was like, I could really just help coaches launch their coaching offers, whether it be one-on-one if they want to do a cohort, or if they want to run a school community where they teach other people how to do that. Like, I could help them shape the program up. I could help them learn exactly what to say, what to involve in the program, and then how to market it and launch it, and then be able to scale it. Because I did that already. I did that with Barbie's school community. I did that with Barbie's cohort offer. I did it with her one-on-one coaching program. And I just did it with Yashira's cohort offer. And it's like, if it's working, it's working. So that's the update that we have for today. And now we're just going to keep building in that direction, helping coaches launch those coaching offers, whether it be one-on-one cohorts or a community where they're just teaching a group of people all at once. So that was today's video, today's documentation. I'll see you guys in the next one.